La mulți ani de 10 ani.
Ευτυχισμένα 10τα γενέθλια, Ευρωπαϊκή Εβδομάδα Προγραμματισμού.
Buon 10º compleanno.
Auguri per il tuo 10º compleanno.
Srećen 10. rođendan.
Sretan 10. rođendan Godvi. Sretan 10. rođendan.
Sretnu 10. godišnjicu.
Boldog 10. születésnapot.
Een gelukkige 10e verjaardag.
Joyeux 10e anniversaire.
Happy 10th birthday.
Feliz 10º aniversario.
Daudz laimes 10. gada jubileja.
Feliz 10º aniversario.
Happy 10th birthday.
Bon anniversaire de 10 ans, Ola Kodwik.
Feliz 10º cumpleaños.
Happy 10th birthday.
Tillykke med de 10 år.
Alles Gutes für den 10. Geburtstag.
Happy 10th birthday.
Parabéns pelo 10º aniversário.
Alles Gute zum 10-jährigen Geburtstag.
Buon 10º compleanno, Kodwik.
Χρόνια πολλά, Kodwik. Γίνεσαι 10.
Felice 10º compleanno.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 10th anniversary EU Code Week Kickoff. My name is Annika Östergren-Pofantis and I'm here with Jakob Keitman, my colleague, and we both work for the EU Code Week team in the European Commission.
Hello everyone, we have really an exciting evening ahead of us, and this year, as Annika said, we are celebrating our 10th anniversary, and the opening video just showed you what these 10 years have been about. Yes, they have been mainly about the exciting and great Code Week community with leading teachers, ambassadors, organizers, of course those millions and millions of participants, and we are very much grateful for all the energy and engagement that these participants and community members contributed to during these 10 years. And we will hear also about some of them and we will welcome some of them tonight.
Yes, we're going to actually go to some schools around Europe, in the world actually. We're going to Czech Republic, taking a trip to North Macedonia, to Portugal, and we're also going to Tunisia.
And we will of course meet some of the Code Week ambassadors, concretely from Ireland, Malta and Spain, and we will check what their countries are planning to do this year during Code Week and how they plan to celebrate the 10th anniversary.
And we have invited some politicians, influencers and business who will kind of give us a message, a birthday message, send us a birthday card of how they see Code Week from their eyes.
And we will also introduce you and bring here a very special guest, but that's a surprise. So Annika, have I forgot anything? Do we have something else?
We have so many guests. We will maybe forget some of them, but we're going to talk about why it is important to learn coding. And we're also going to, go through all the resources we have because they're available in 29 languages, almost 30. We're adding Ukrainian as we speak.
Exactly. We will talk a lot about the Code Week website. And actually, I checked just a few minutes ago, and for this year, we have already over 21,800 activities registered. So we look very much forward to having more and more also at the end of tonight's event. And we will also talk about the MOOC, about the online course for trainers and teachers and how we as Code Week support them to bring coding and computational thinking to their class. And let's not forget that we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So if you have questions, comments, ideas, just paste it there and we will soon show you how we are going to get these comments and questions here to our studio.
Okay, I think it's time to start now, Jakob.
Exactly. So, do we do a countdown?
We're going to go do a countdown. Let's start. Okay,
let's start. Count with us.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Week!
Great!
That's nice. Now we're going to hear from the European Commissioner for the Internal Market, Thierry Breton, and what Code Week, what it means to the European Union and to the European Commission.
This year, Code Week celebrates its 10th anniversary. As an engineer myself in computer science and as an EU Commissioner, I am extremely glad that the European Commission has supported EU Code Week during all these years. Thanks to Code Week, in the past 5 years, more than 15 million people have discovered programming, what it is and how to use it. These participants, children, boys, girls, teenagers, got an opportunity to dive in the power of creation. They took the first steps into a new world. Code Week has also trained 20,000 teachers and helped them inspire and teach more children how to code. Code is at the core of everything in our daily lives. All the apps we use daily are 100% made of code. When we do things such as ordering pizza, paying bills online, or turning on connected devices, we use code. And code is an essential ingredient to build cutting-edge technologies in Europe. For the next generation of microprocessors and cloud services, to develop hydrogen solutions, or to build virtual spaces, such as the metaverse. The future of Europe's technologies depend on you. You can use your coding skills to find solutions to the main challenges of our continent and also of our planet. Develop better medicines, fight global warming, protect people from cyber hacks. You choose. Code Week is a celebration. Many different people come together to explore and join forces. Go ahead, take the chance and try out something new during Code Week. Thank you very much to all of you, and above all, enjoy.
Commissioner Breton, thank you very much for these words, and really we appreciate especially how you made the link between coding and actually changing the world or influencing the future, because that's what this is about, and that's what we want during Code Week, that everybody gets the chance to try it, to start working on its coding, on his or her coding skills, and then eventually take it further, and who knows, maybe to change the world, maybe to win a Nobel Prize for some special discovery thanks to coding. But also, we have one more politician today who wants to welcome you and welcome us, because 2022 is the year or half year of Czech presidency of the European Council of the European Union, and we are very happy that we can greet between us Vice President of the Czech government or Deputy Prime Minister Ivan Bartoš, who also sent a video message and who is wearing a very special t-shirt. So pay attention to what he says and also have a look at his t-shirt. Mr. Bartoš, the floor is yours.
Dear teachers from all over Europe, firstly, let me thank you all for your irreplaceable role and your hard work in preparing new generation for the future. Digital skills are an integral part of our future and also, I believe, of the present. More than 90% of jobs already require at least basic digital skills. Just as it is necessary to develop reading or math competencies, it is important to think about digital competencies. Of course, not only digital competencies of children, but also of teachers. That is why I am incredibly happy about the initiatives such as the Code Week, which offer a range of possibilities for the development of digital competencies and computational thinking for both pupils and teachers. Whether it is fun challenges, teaching materials, inspirational articles, or free training courses. In the Czech Republic, a change has already taken place in connection with the curriculum revision at elementary schools and grammar schools as well. It increases demands on the development of digital competencies and computational thinking for both pupils and teachers. If you are of younger generation and you have been growing up with technology since childhood, then you have no major problem using it. But it is also about the meaningful usage of technologies and the possibilities they bring, about searching for information, safe browsing, working with data, critical thinking, or learning and practicing a programming language. This is where I envision the irreplaceable role of all teachers, whom I would like to encourage to not be afraid of new challenges, but to embrace and be inspired by them. In conclusion, let me wish all the best to Codes Week on its Jubilee 10th birthday, and only the best for the next years to come. Also, I wish all ambassadors and enthusiasts all the best with their effort, and I hope we see even more activity on the Code Week map this year. I wish...
Mr. Bartoš, thank you very much for these words, and thank you for also bringing in the Czech perspective as the country of the presidency this half year. Now I would like to introduce our first real guest in the studio. This is Lukas Broman. Lukas, hello. Hello. And Lukas is a kind of a coding star, because he is only 14, but he is already coding pretty important stuff in Python. He started with Raspberry Pi. We have it actually here, Lukas, right? Yes. So can you tell how your coding journey started, and what did you do with the Raspberry Pi, and then how you moved then to Python?
So it was my 9th birthday when I got from my parents this Raspberry Pi as a birthday present. And like that was my first real contact with like coding in general, and it's like a mini micro PC, but you can do a lot of stuff on it, especially coding wise. And yeah, since then I did so many projects in Python, and then got a PC and then worked there. But yeah, that's how I started with coding.
Cool, cool. What do you like the most about coding? What is the best part of it when you are coding?
So well, there are 3 good parts. It's obviously first fun to like basically create your own projects. Second, yeah, you can do stuff you just want. If you ever wanted to have in the game but it doesn't exist, just do it yourself. And third, sometimes it's very challenging. You have to find like formulas and all the stuff for different purposes. That can be quite sickening, but also very interesting because you learn a lot. And yeah, that's what I like about coding the most.
It's great when you say you learn a lot, you know, that's exactly, I think, what this is about.
It is.
What Code Week is about as well. Now, are you alone in your class that is coding, or do you have some friends and you maybe challenge yourselves, you know, you challenge between yourselves who develops a better program or better app?
I actually do have a friend who also codes for 3 to 4 years now. And we don't really challenge each other, but we like work together. For example, we made a game together and we're still working on it. And it's very much fun, but it's very helpful to have like someone on your side who's gonna help you with the stuff out. And sometimes you don't find a bug, and then they just look over the code and instantly find it. So it's always good to have 2 or more people helping you.
So it's a lot about collaboration also.
Yes, it is.
That does not mean that you sit somewhere in a dark corner.
Yeah, it does. It isn't.
Okay. We have a special task for you today, and you agreed to do it.
Yeah, I did.
So you will now spend the next 60 minutes to code something special, so that it's kind of a present for Code Week, for the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, okay.
You will be doing it in Python.
Yes.
We have plugged your computer, so we will be able to see from time to time what you do, and we will come and check. Do you already have an idea what you plan to do?
So yeah, as you already see on the screen, I plan like to do a little simulation system with like a virus that just can simulate how the virus will spread in between the small population. Yeah, that's basically my idea. So yeah.
Okay, very useful thing actually with the you know health situation. So good luck with that. I'll let you do it. You really have now 60 minutes, and let's see what Lukas comes up with in the next hour. And until then, we go back to Annika because she has another very special guest to present to you.
Hello everyone. I would really like to introduce you to a very special guest that we have with us tonight. This is Ali. Ali, are you around? Hi Ali, how are you? I don't think we can hear you. Let's press some buttons and see if it can work.
Hello.
Hello
Annika.
Ali, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? I mean, what is your role in Code Week, really?
Well, I'm the special Code Week robot, and I help to answer people's questions on our website.
Okay, that's great. And today you have a special task, right? You're going to keep an eye on social media. And so if people have questions about Code Week, they can post on Facebook and the YouTube chat, and then you will answer them. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
I was just wondering, Annika, will there be a cake? Because, you know, how can we celebrate the birthday without the cake?
You're right. We haven't thought about the cake. We need the cake. Are there any around? Maybe we can use some from social media.
Yes, you're right. We have lots of cakes on social media.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Oh, that looks good. Oh, there's one I even baked. Fantastic. But shouldn't we have one here as well, Ali, don't you think, here in the studio? Could you make one?
I can try my best. Let me mix some bits and bytes here and there.
Okay. Sounds good, Ali. I will let you cook. So see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Now I would like to introduce you to His Royal Highness Prince Constantijn van Oranje, who was also the head of cabinet of the first EU Code Week Commissioner, Neelie Kroes. He now works for TechLeap in the Netherlands, and he has sent us a birthday card.
Hi, my name is Constantijn van Oranje. I lead TechLeap, and I used to be the head of cabinet of Neelie Kroes when we started Code Week 10 years ago. In fact, it was an initiative from our young advisors at the time, and they need to be mentioned here because they made an incredible impact. Alja, Isakovic, Julie Cullen, Janne Elvenlid, Mercedes Diaz, and Bruno Ferreira. They were the initiators of Code Week 10 years ago, and it's still going strong. And it's still so necessary because young people need these skills to start a business, and in many jobs, coding is really required. And it does shame me that many of our curricula in the member states, and also my own country, the Netherlands, do not include coding skills. So there's still a lot to be done. But for now, Code Week is an incredible success. Let's take this success further and congratulate all that are participating and that have organized this, and also the European Commission. Keep on going strong.
Still going strong. Thank you very much, Prince Constantijn, for this message. And you mentioned one person who was at the beginning of Code Week, and we are happy to have this person now with us. It's Alja Isakovic, who was one of the young ambassadors and co-founders of EU Code Week. And today she describes herself as a geek, writer and researcher. She is from Ljubljana, and she works on tech projects such as TEDx, Responsible Tech Work, or Climate Action Tech. So, Alja, very happy to have you. And how do you feel when you see your little baby turning 10 years old?
I mean, it's pretty amazing. I love the work you've done with this Kickoff event. If you told me this is what Code Week would look like in 10 years, I wouldn't have believed you from our scrappy beginnings. But yeah, still waiting for the cake though. But other than that, love everything we've seen so far. Thanks for having me.
We heard that you and other young advisors launched Code Week, but could you explain what was the reason in 2013? Why did you actually start Code Week?
Yeah, well, it was actually almost an accident. So we were meeting with Neelie Kroes in Brussels, and I was really inspired by all the stories and all the great initiatives that were happening in Europe at that time. Things like Rails Girls, Coder Jojo. And I suggested maybe we need a week where we highlight all these big initiatives, but also the small volunteer initiatives that are happening in schools, maybe smaller groups of people. And so I proposed that idea. The other young advisors backed me up, and we basically only had a couple of weeks to come up with the first EU Code Week. We didn't really have expectations, but luckily people really responded to that. Lots of volunteers joined in, lots of teachers from all over Europe, and here we are now, almost 10 years later.
And Alja, how did you get about it at the beginning? How did you reach these people, and what were the first results of Code Week?
Well, we started with the young advisors. So within our people, we reach to people we know, teachers, other people. And it was very, very much a grassroots initiative. I think it was Jordan Hatch from the UK who bought the initial domain that's still in use on the day of the meeting because we got so excited. I quickly put together a very simple website, which was basically just a map. And we started talking to people about it. And of course, the European Commission helped to spread the word across Europe and reach different people. So it was very much a collaborative effort and a lot of passion that I'm happy to see persist to this day.
Over the last 10 years, I guess around 18-20 million people have participated in Code Week. What do you think about the initiative now? What role does it play?
Well, as we all know, technology still plays such a large part in our lives that it's important to get more people excited about learning how to code and provide the support to do so and bring people together. So it's as important as it was 10 years ago.
And Alja, what would you like to see Code Week to do in the next 10 years? So what is your vision for the future and how would you like Code Week to look at in 2032?
Oh, long time ahead. But yeah, I mean, for me, Code Week has never been just about kids and teachers. I hope that the kids that are participating in Code Week today also inspire their friends, their parents, all generations to learn about coding, because we need more people to understand how technology works, how it shapes our lives. And of course, we need more diverse people to get involved in looking for technical solutions for the big challenges that we face as humanity.
Thank you very much, Alja. It's been a pleasure, as always, to speak with you. And I must say, you really have left, your mark on this baby. Really big congratulations from our side. Thank you.
And thanks for all the support. Thanks, Alja. And as we have already touched upon it, Code Week and big part of Code Week is happening in schools. So let's have a look also at these schools and what's happening in there. And the first stop that we will make is in Portugal, where we will hear Ariana Blažić, who is from our Central Code Week team, to talk to Marco Neves, who is a computer science and Code Week leading teacher in Portugal. And he also invited some of his students, Pedro, Vasco and Tiago. So let's take now the trip to Portugal and let's hear and see what they do during Code Week there.
Hello, Pedro.
Hello.
Can you tell us what type of activities do you find exciting or enjoy doing most?
The coding activity that we like the most is our main developing software projects using languages such as C and Python. We also really enjoy and develop websites that we use in our school projects. We also try machine learning for developing apps.
Oh, that's really advanced. Hello, Ashko.
Hello.
Please tell us what fun activities can you do with coding?
We consider that code is a very powerful tool, but at the same time it's really fun because you can build things that other people will use. And for us, that is really amazing. Some of the fun things we have already done are, for example, machine learning projects to help people with visual impairments, and also building my own programming language. But what we really enjoy is to build websites.
It would be great if you could share your website with all of us.
Okay, I will share it.
Hello, Tiago. Where are you from?
Hello, I'm from Brazil, but right now I live in Portugal.
Wow, all the way from Brazil to Code Week. Can you tell us how you use your coding knowledge in real life?
Yes, we have been using code a lot because we are informatics students. So we develop projects for different initiatives and projects. For example, we planned the IoT solution where the main goal was to centralize all the IoT devices in one interface. And we even won a local prize concerning that idea. Another example was an app that allowed us to recognize different types of waste with machine vision to help people with difficulties. We also are developing our school final project, and we are having a lot of fun at that.
Marco, your pupils are really, really amazing. Tell us what you do. How do you inspire your pupils to take up coding, and how do they engage in Code Week?
I always try to inspire my students, mainly to ask them for new ideas, for them to look what already exists and what they can add value, let's say, to the existing solutions right now. The other part is related with the technology. And of course, Code Week is an amazing initiative and repository with ideas for teachers and for students. Doesn't matter the age or the subject that you teach, just go there and you will find something useful. But once again, discussing with your students, listen to your students, ask them for their ideas, what they want to build, and then you're going to find the right tool to do it. I think this is the most important thing that we can do every day, and let them have fun when they are coding and they are having the power to develop things that others will use.
Thank you for sharing your wonderful ideas, Marco.
Thank you very much. It was a huge pleasure.
Okay, Vasco, Tiago, and Pedro, we love Code Week.
We love Code Week too. Yeah. Pretty advanced activities there. C++, machine learning, Internet of Things, building websites, etc. What do you think, Jakob?
Yeah, exactly. And they also have a very inspiring teacher, because what I liked is when he mentioned that doing or coding is also about creating something that others will use, that is useful, and of course also about having fun. And I think these two things are exactly what Code Week is about.
Listen, Jakob, I think actually we have Ali here. Ali, are you around?
Ali!
Hey, Ali!
Oh.
We hope you have not eaten all the cake and you are still looking for some for everyone.
I'm still baking.
Okay, but you are also keeping an eye on social media, and I see that we have a lot of comments and shout-outs, but do we have also some questions?
Yes, we have some questions, but first of all, we have people joining us from Greece, Ireland, Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania, Albania, Macedonia, Moldova, even Brussels and Egypt.
Cool! Hello to everyone.
Hi.
We are really all across Europe and even beyond. And you are now just sending us the question, and I suggest that you answer it because you know everything about Code Week. So I will just read the question out loud. What type of activities can I do during Code Week?
So, Jakub, you can organize many different types of activities, from coding, computational thinking, robotics, hardware, unplugged activities, using artificial intelligence. Your imagination is your limit. You can check our website and our blogs to find more inspiration.
Yeah, I think that's actually very useful, because indeed on the website we can find a lot, and we will have very soon a talk about it. But maybe if we have one more question from social media, if you have, Ali, collected one, please show it on the screen, because you can use your superpowers. If you don't show it, I think I saw one question which was about teachers, actually, because we talk about teachers a lot. But the question is, can only teachers and their classes participate to Code Week, or is Code Week actually open to everyone?
Code Week is open really to everyone. Everyone who wants to organize activity related to coding, computational thinking. Our materials can be used really by everyone. Librarians, code clubs, students, parents, business. Everyone is welcome to organize the activity and register them on our Code Week map.
Thank you very much for this explanation. And I see you are sending us one more question. So very quickly and shortly, what is Code Week for All challenge?
So it's a special challenge for those people who like to build alliances with colleagues, friends, family members. So you need to have more than 10 different people in a Code Week for All challenge, or your organizer are in 3 different countries. And everyone in this alliance wins the Code Week Certificate of Excellence.
All right, Ali, thank you very much. Go and bake the cake so that we can taste it at the end.
Thank you, Jakub and Ali. Now we are going to hear from Klein. He's the CEO of a German multinational software company that you probably have heard of. It's SAP. SAP is also behind our sister initiative, Africa Code Week, and also support Meet and Code, with our partner. He's going to tell us a little bit about how important coding is to their company.
Hello everyone, my name is Klein and I'm the CEO of SAP. We create software to help our customers manage their businesses. This means coding has always been a key part of SAP's story since the very beginning. Today, SAP uses the power of coding to help the world run better and improve people's lives. All around the globe, computer science plays a critical part in tackling some of the world's greatest problems, from climate change to inequality. In the future, technology will help us in ways we can't even imagine today. That's what makes this area so exciting. So take advantage of all the great opportunities available during Code Week to learn more. I look forward to seeing all the ways you will create the future with your coding skills.
Thank you very much, Christian, and I very much agree with your message that coding and computing can actually help to solve the biggest challenges of future and also today. And that's one other reason why to learn programming and why to learn these skills.
Now we have a very special guest with us. He has been with Code Week from the start. He is the Italian Code Week ambassador. He's also the coordinator of all ambassadors. He's a professor at the University of Urbino, and he's also the mastermind behind a lot of Code Week initiatives, such as the Code Week dance and our own anthem, Ode to Code. Welcome to the show, Alessandro.
Hello, Alessandro.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
So, Alessandro, Code Week is turning 10. How do you feel about it?
Wow, very excited.
And what did you think about, why did you join Code Week 10 years ago in 2013? Why was it important to you?
Well, I always had a passion for, I would say, public engagement and dissemination. And as soon as I heard about Euro Code Week, I soon realized that it was the perfect framework for engagement. And I think I was right.
Alessandro, we have some pictures from early Code Week age when Alja also mentioned about it, and I remember we have danced in front of Berlamonte in white Code Week t-shirts. At that time they were white, now they are orange, but it was like a flash mob. But the question is, how did Code Week manage to grow from that time and the time of Code Week dance to something that is now?
Yeah, not only because of the dance, but the dance actually had a part in it, because at that time we needed something very simple and engaging. And I asked a friend of mine, Brendan Paolini, who is also one of my graduate students and a musician, to remix the Ode to Joy into the Ode to Code. And then another friend of mine to create a dance, a robot dance. And I took advantage of the meeting of Code Week ambassadors to teach the dance steps to all the ambassadors just in front of the building of the European Commission. It was really fun. And basically, you were there, as you remember.
It was fun. You were also the father of the Code Week treasure hunt, remember? We were out in the park. You also tested it on all of us. And then there was like an online follow-up. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. That was very fun as well, because in order to invite the ambassadors to take advantage of this game, we decided to play all together in the park in front of our meeting room. But then we turned, during the pandemic, the need into an opportunity, and we built an online version of the game that is now a freely available resource that allows everybody to play with the history of informatics in Europe. So that's the online version.
Last year, one of the highlights of Code Week were hackathons. We had 6 hackathons in 6 different countries, including Italy. You were involved in that. And there was, one of the big milestones or a big events in Italy happening last year. But I know that every year you prepare something special for Italy and for the big Italian Code Week community. So what will it be this year? What are you up to?
Well, there are many new ideas coming. One of them are the school trips. We are running massive remote school trips that are engaging thousands, actually hundreds of thousands of pupils together with their teachers and families. Then we also have a live map of events that at any time is showing where in Italy and possibly around Europe someone is running a Code Week event, and it is also counting how many lines of code are produced during Code Week. And those are just two of the new ideas for this year, this edition.
That's super cool, Alessandro. Code Week has really gone from strength to strength, I would say. How do you see Code Week developing in the future? Will it still be relevant in, say, 10 years?
Well, I think so for many reasons. Basically because Code Week has become a true movement, and I think that there will always be a need to create with code. There will always be someone new to involve. There will always be a need to feel part of a community, of an international community, and there will always be a need to create with coding, and there will always be a need to build peace all together. So I really feel that we will still need Code Week in the next 10 years.
Alessandro, thank you very much for these messages and for this trip to the history of Code Week. Thank you, take care, and good luck with
having me. Happy
with
birthday.
Code Week in Italy. Thank you, bye. And now let's move to another birthday video message, because we don't only have ambassadors or leading teachers or schools, but we also have different industries and organizations. And in this case, it's Apple from California and its Vice President Lisa Jackson, who shared with us also her message to 10th anniversary of EU Code Week.
Hi everyone. My name is Lisa Jackson, and I'm Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives. I'm honored to join you in celebrating the 10th year of Europe Code Week. Apple has been a proud supporter of Code Week over the years, working alongside the European Commission to help people across the continent learn this important skill. That's because education is in Apple's DNA. We see coding as a universal language, one with incredible potential to empower people and help them build a better world. It's why we advocate for coding to be taught in schools. It's why we created resources like Swift Playgrounds. And it's why we create opportunities for coders and entrepreneurs, including with the Apple Developer Academy in Naples. I've been fortunate to meet many of these students who are already creating apps that empower people to live full and independent lives, to connect with their neighbors, and to engage in local sustainability initiatives. They've demonstrated that coding can help you channel your creativity and solve problems in your community. We're so inspired by everyone using technology to build a better world. On behalf of everyone at Apple, I want to thank you for helping to celebrate 10 years of Europe Code Week. Happy coding!
That's a great birthday message from Lisa, and it leads us directly onto our next topic and our next guest, who is Sampo Forsström. He works as a teacher trainer at the University of Eastern Finland's Teacher Training School, and he teaches, there are a lot of teachers here, he teaches coding and robotics to student teachers. Welcome, Sampo. How are you?
Thank you very much. Very nice to be, and a great joy and honor to be part of this great event. And I don't think we've heard Finnish yet, so I'll say paljon onnea koodiviikolle.
Thank you.
Sampo, thank you very much. We'll now need to prepare some program to translate that, but I guess it was something like hello. Lisa, in her video just before, mentioned that an important skill to learn is coding, and it needs to be learned and taught at schools. Now, I guess you would agree with her, but you see your student teachers, how they use coding and how they enjoy it. So can you tell us a little bit about this experience and what do they tell you when you start teaching them their first coding skills?
Well, I'd like to look into, the future of the learners, and that's a topic that is, for example, Commissioner Breton took up in his short. So we need to be looking into the forward of the children that we'll be teaching today. And in the same manner, it is to do the same with the teacher students. And if they are not able to look forward, then we're robbing the children of their future. And it is really important that we as teachers and educators understand that the future, and it is about their thinking and their skills that are of relevance in the children's future. So when, they're not that familiar with this kind of concepts. And in the same manner as the children get excited, it's the same with the bigger children.
In Finland, you have introduced computational thinking or coding on the curricula. How does it work there and what are the benefits?
Well, we always have to answer the question why. Why is it worthwhile to do computational thinking let's say programs or missions? Why is it relevant to combine learning with, let's say, children's everyday life experiences and real life? So those are things that we have to look into. And of course, the concept of let's say the skills of the future, so the competencies that we learn at school or we teach the future students. So they have to be, with the 7 C's. I liked what Alja, the sign she was showing was creativity, the first one, I guess like 10 years ago. So that's a nice thing to have. So it is good that we are able to combine the curriculum with the computational thinking, but there is still lots to do. And sadly, it's not everyone who does it in the Finnish schools. So there's still a lot of work to be done.
And Sampo, you mentioned the curriculum, and actually in Europe, coding or computational thinking is becoming or is entering into curricula in quite a few countries, but there are different approaches. Some countries approach it like a standalone subject, computing, and some other countries try to integrate coding and computational thinking into traditional subjects such as biology, history, and somewhere they do it kind of both ways. What, in your view, is the best way of integrating coding and computational thinking in the curricula?
I would like to see it as a part of the learning process. So then we have, the collaboration, critical thinking, creativity. We have all the, let's say, parts of what makes learning fun, what makes learning powerful. So we need the learning to be in that kind of a sense. And when we use coding and let's say hands-on projects with robotics and such, we're able to give the children or the learners a lot of ownership and that kind of things into their work. So I challenge all teachers to be brave and put coding and this kind of STEAM work more and more into their, not just content, but every day in the school. So it's to do with the competencies that we're able to teach and the skills that the children will need in their future, and also as teachers of today.
And what would be like your top 3 tips for a teacher who wants to start teaching coding in their classroom? Do you have any easy?
Well, easy tip number 1: log on to Code Week, codebit.org, and get this started. Second one, be brave. And then third one, as mentioned, maybe, as in this Portuguese example, ask your students. So those are 3 good tips.
Sampo, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we hope that you will keep being this ambassador, not really of maybe Code Week, but of coding and bringing computational thinking to teachers and helping them to get these skills. So good luck to all your projects.
And Thank you, thank you. And Sampo said, remember everyone, that the EU Code Week website is available in 29 languages, 30 very soon. And there are a lot of stuff there. There are the coding challenges, for example, where you can, you can code a dance, you can grow a garden, you can build a chatbot like Ali. And there are also many unplugged activities.
Now let's go again to a trip to Europe. We will visit another European country. This time it will be North Macedonia, where Ariana Blažić, our colleague, talks to Maja Videnovic, who is the computer science and Code Week leading teacher in North Macedonia, and she brought also some of her pupils, Theodora and Anja. So, Arya, the floor is yours.
Let me ask you a question about coding activities and how you inspire your pupils to take up coding, how you inspire your colleagues to engage in Code Week.
Okay, first, thank you, Ariana. It's a great pleasure for us and a great honor to be here on a kickoff meeting. First thing that I have in mind when I think about coding activities is that they should be fun, engaging and interesting for the student, because only in that way they will be motivated and they will like to participate in this activity and to develop their coding skills and computational thinking skills. So I'm using different game-based learning and peer learning approaches in order to inspire and engage as many students as I can in those activities. And we are doing different activities, different unplugged activities, different activities with board games, with digital games, everything that we can think about and that we could implement in our classroom. That are sometimes activities that are designed by me, or sometimes activities that I have found on the Code Week website. There are a lot of resources, learning bits. And also I'm trying to share those ideas with teachers, colleagues in my school and on national level, because I think that only by sharing and inspiring each other, we can all contribute together to the developing of students' coding skills.
I absolutely agree. But now let's ask Anja about the coding activities that you find most exciting or that you enjoy doing most.
For me personally, one of my favorite things to do with coding and programming is creating games, fun games, educative games, and so on. The whole process of thinking, having an idea, thinking about how to make it, writing or creating the code, all of it, it's just amazing and fun. For an example, one of our last projects was we made it on Scratch, and it was about creating interactive games concerning and learning about cybersecurity, misinformation, and how to behave online, so that other students can use those games to empower their knowledge and skills on interesting topics like those. We made two different games, one of which is a virtual pet game in which the students have to answer questions about cybersecurity in order to meet the pet's needs and keep it alive. Another group of students created a travel through a galaxy where basically you can learn more about different planets, the solar system. There's also different mini games like mazes and so on.
Really amazing. And now over to you, Theodora. How do you use your coding knowledge in real life?
We tried to connect coding and our school subjects. Microbit as a device has attracted our interest at the first sight. We like the idea that we can code these small devices to do different tasks, to react on different temperature or light level, or even small movements. So it raised our creativity, and we started to think about real-life situations where we can implement this new knowledge. During the last few years in different Code Week activities, we have managed to develop different projects like counting steps, physical education, physics classes, or we create also a greenhouse, and we controlled the a hit inside with microbit. It was really extraordinary experience for us, and we had so much fun. It was so useful for our physics classes, and it was amazing to see how our codes work in practice. And I also mustn't forget this. This is a microbit heart that we made for you because we love Code Week so much.
Thank you so much. This is such a wonderful surprise. We love coding. We love Code Week.
Really, thank you very much for this love from North Macedonia. I mean, I would be excited to be at the primary or secondary school now. I remember when we had our informatic classes, we worked with floppy disks and MS-DOS, which probably for many people now are already very strange words. But today, or now, I'm now with Lucas here. Hello again. So, Lucas, you have been working for half an hour now on your code. So, and you want to simulate the spread of a virus between people.
Yes, a bit, yeah.
So, how is it going so far?
So it's going quite good. You can't see a lot at the moment, but there's some basic system already exists. For example, I'm right now working on the humans, how they're gonna walk around, so that they go and get in contact with each other, so the virus can spread. And well, that's sometimes very tough. And I already ran into a bug. It was quite hard, but I could fix it. Luckily.
What was the bug? What was the bug?
Well, it was just a comma instead of a point, which can be a bug in coding and which can be very, I don't know, frustrating sometimes because you just cannot find it. It's just like searching a needle in the haystack.
Yeah.
So, but luckily I found it.
Yeah. Can you just remind for those who have just joined, which programming language are you using?
So I'm using Python. It's a fairly simple language, luckily, but you can do a lot of things with it due to its high support, and there are like a lot of extensions for it. So it's quite good.
Okay, very good. Well, you still have 20 minutes. I hope that we will be able to see at the end also something, visual, because so far it's really cool for coders. But as we've been saying also, it's good to code something that is useful, and your idea is super useful. So we really look forward to seeing how it materializes. So Lucas, go ahead, keep working. And I think Annika, now it's back to you, because you again invite our little friend Ali with some other things to discuss.
Hello, Ali. Where are you? Are you back? Ali. Hello. There you are. Hi.
The cake is in the oven.
All right. All right. That's cool. Now I was going to check a little bit about what you know about Code Week. For example, how many people participated last year?
Calculating. 2021 was so fun. We had more than 4 million people from 79 countries participating. And so far we have reached almost 16 million people around the globe in the last 5 years.
Okay, and how many activities were there or took place in schools? And how old are the participants of Code Week? Do you know that?
Checking. 88% of activities last year were organized in school, and the average age was 11 years. And nearly half of them were women and girls.
Oh, good. Who can organize activities, Ali?
Anyone and everyone can organize an activity. We have dedicated user guide on our website, and I would like to also flag that there are many different types of activities, even for the people who do not feel comfortable with coding. We have video tutorials, lessons plans, and some cool coding challenges for different ages and levels of knowledge.
Okay, thank you. Ali, how many languages is the website and are resources available in again?
Annika, Which type of language do you mean? We use PHP, Blade, a little bit of Vue.
Okay, I was kind of meaning humanly spoken languages, actually. You know, do you know them? Are you fluent in them?
Now I understand. You mean human spoken languages. The website is translated to all the European Union and candidate country languages. That makes 29. And we will soon also have Ukrainian.
Okay, I have heard about the Code Week for All challenge. What is that exactly?
So this is our special challenge where you build alliances with your friends, colleagues, and families. If you have more than 10 different people in the Code Week for All challenge, or if you organize it across 3 different countries, everyone in the alliance will get our Code Week certificate of excellence. And last year, we have several thousands of people who managed to do this.
And I think there is something also for teachers or organizers who organize a lot of activities themselves.
Yes, we have the Super Organizer certificate for those people who organize at least 10 activities on their own. And Annika, our most super of super organizers, is a small school called Mersin in Turkey, Kayatepe İlkokulu, with over 700 activities. And the most super organizer person is Italian leading teacher, Loredana Lozano, who has registered over 500 activities.
Wow, that's really impressive. Thank you very much, Ali. You are really a true encyclopedia of facts about Code Week. Now we're going to visit a school in the Czech Republic, and we will hear from Martina Tajsmanova, who is a primary teacher, but she's also a Code Week ambassador in the Základní school, and we will see how they work with coding and robotics.
Hi, my name is Martina, and I'm one of the Code Week Czech ambassadors. I'm primary teacher too. I teach here in a small town called Lančkroun. This is our school. It's an elementary public school with about 500 pupils inside. And I would love to show you how we work with computational thinking. Well, come in, you're welcome. There are 2 IT classrooms at our school. One is for the younger pupils and the second we use for older children. There is a new curriculum concerning informatics in the Czech Republic, which we are implementing at our school so that we teach competencies for pupils' future. We are implementing computational thinking in other school subjects too. For example, we use Ozobots and tablets in mathematics, or Bluebots, Bbots when reading books and analyzing their storyline. Our pupils have a chance to make their own robots in a voluntary subject called robotics. They use 3D printing to make parts of robots, and then they are assembling them and programming them. With these robots or other projects, pupils can participate in several competitions. The most popular is Mikrotela, which takes place in our town every year. We use crafting lessons and Czech language lessons for pupils' projects. This multidisciplinary approach makes a lot of sense for us as teachers, because we hope our pupils will use it in their lives. Since we are active in developing computational thinking at our school, it makes a lot of sense for us to organize Code Week every year. Code Week is very popular among our pupils. As an ambassador, I also cooperate with National Pedagogical Institute, concretely with DigiKoalice platform, since last year, and together we provide support to teachers and pupils. We made 3 unplugged coding lessons last year. Now we are creating 10 worksheets as a birthday present for this year 10th anniversary. We make code dictionary to understand each other. We also meet with teachers online or in person to motivate them, show them inspiration on the website of Digikolice or Code Week websites and channels. As a reward, we can see that teachers organize Code Week activities with our lessons. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a lot of fun with coding activities. Bye!
It was really great to see Martina from my home country, Czech Republic, to see how many activities and what the variety of activities she is doing, and also that important collaboration between the schools, ministry and the National Coalition for Digital Skills and Jobs. I think that collaboration is also key to success for ambassadors or for, let's say, leading teachers in Code Week.
Yeah, but not all Code Week activities are organized in schools. Our partner Meet and Code gives really out mini grants to different non-profit organizations, so they can organize their own activities during Code Week. And we're going to talk to Andrea Righi, Vice President of an organization called Connection for Innovation. And they organized an activity last year about open data, and they won Meet and Code's category Code for Europe last year.
Hello, Andrea. Welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me here.
Hello, thanks for joining the Kickoff. Could you tell us a little bit more about Connection for Innovation and what you do, and what was this activity that Annika just mentioned?
Yes, Connection for Innovation is a little association in Pesaro, Italy. And we wanted to organize an event last year by using the grant given out by Meet and Code. And so we organized the Open the Data, which was a project. We had more than 100 participants, and we wanted to use Python, so like the live coder, which is in the studio with you today, and Jupyter to visualize some data taken from public data bank, which are available online. So we wanted to alphabetize the participants to using real data in also little projects or, for example, school projects, since our participants were like 18 or no more.
Okay, just could you tell us a little bit more about the participants? Who were they and how many were they?
We had more than 100 participants, and most of them were university students, so undergraduate from Milano. And then we had some high school students, but also other people which we didn't track the origin.
Okay. What do you think, or why is it important, in your view, to be part of these bigger, let's say, initiatives such as Code Week, and then, of course, Meet and Code or Code Dojo? Basically, how important is it to bring coding to people in the local region under these umbrellas, under these, let's say, European or even global initiatives?
It was much easier because we wanted to do a project, but the support that Meet and Code give us was very, very important. We had material for promotion, we had ideas, we have the support of the community. So it was really, really much easier to organize the project and to make people participate to it, because we were facilitated by the organization.
And for your organization, what is your long-term goal?
We don't have such a long-term goal right now because we are all students. We're just working now. The organization is only 2 years old, but we want to be an impact on the formation, so on the education of pupils and teenagers. That's our target, and we want to reach it by using every means we can.
Andrea, thank you very much for sharing this perspective, and good luck with this year's activities and also, of course, in the future. And take care and enjoy Code Week 2022. Thank you. Now, we will move to another video message that we have received, and I think this time teachers will be particularly happy because the person who sent this video message is Agnes Larsson, who is from Vanilla Minecraft game. She is the game director, and her message is to all of those who celebrate Code Week. So, Agnes, the floor is yours.
Coding is a super important and fun part of making a game. If we, for example, look at Minecraft, it's crucial for us to have many coders in our amazing team. I mean, there wouldn't even be a game called Minecraft if it wasn't for coding. And no fun updates to it either. And I myself actually started my career as a software developer. I've always loved games, and it was my coding skills that truly opened up the possibility for me to work in the game industry. And one of the many possibilities coding skills lead to is game development, and therefore also like this beautiful opportunity to spread lots of joy and happiness to players all around the world.
I think many kids also are playing Minecraft, and I think it's fantastic that you can discover programming through Minecraft. And this was actually Lady Agnes, for those who play Minecraft a lot. You may know her. Now we're going to talk more in detail about some of the actions that we have going on now during Code Week and the resources we have. And we have invited a guest from the EU Code Week team, Eugenia Casariego Artola. She's a pedagogical expert from European Schoolnet. Welcome to the show, Eugenia.
Annika. Hello.
So you have organized a free online Code Week course called the Bootcamp. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So next week we start the Code Week Bootcamp MOOC, which is a free course which will run for 5 weeks and is designed to help you integrate coding and computational thinking into your classroom.
Okay, and when does it start and close, and how much time does it take to kind of do it?
So I'm excited to announce that it will start already next Monday, the 10th of October. It will run until the 16th of November. However, you can already register. In fact, you can register anytime, and it will take you about 4 hours per week to complete the course.
And I heard something about local study groups. What's that?
Yes, so alongside the participants who will be taking the course online, we will have 25 groups of teachers who will be taking the course together, meeting regularly and completing the activities together.
And in which countries? Well, there you said 10 countries, right?
We have 10 countries.
Okay, okay. What other types of tutorials and trainings do we have on the website?
So we have the learning bits, which are short tutorials or bits of tutorials that are designed to help you integrate different topics related to coding into your classroom. Each of these learning bits includes a video and 3 different lesson plans, which are also translated into 29 languages, so it's a great resource to get started. But we also have the coding at home tutorials, which will help you work with unplugged coding in the classroom. And we also have, of course, the resource repository for teaching and learning coding.
And then, if I remember correctly, we also have the coding challenges. What are they? Can you describe them a little bit and maybe give some examples of what you can do?
Of course. So these are designed by our industry partners, of which you have heard through today's event, and also our ambassadors. And these are 80-bit activities that you can complete with your students in a short time. They are also translated into several languages, and afterwards we invite you to share the result of completing these challenges on social media.
And then something I really like is the Code Week treasure hunt. What do you do in this treasure hunt?
Oh, yes. So it's a very fun resource, which Alessandro already mentioned today. So this is a short game which you can play with your phone and which will take you throughout the whole of Europe, learning about computer science and the history of coding.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today, Eugenia. It was lovely to have you. We are going to the next.
Thank you, and
Thank you very much.
Week.
Code Week is a very international movement. Last year there were activities in 80 countries around the world, and we also have the sister initiatives, Africa Code Week, Latin America Code Week, Hour of Code, spreading the love about code around the world. Now we're going to the Pioneer Preparatory School Khaireddin, you have to excuse my pronunciation, Pasha of Sidi Baldur School in Tunisia, where one of our leading teachers, Munya Hen Imahmoudi, works. And she has brought two of her students, Arey and Sirin, to tell us what they are doing during Code Week.
Arish, can you tell us what coding activities you find exciting, or what coding activities do you enjoy doing most?
I enjoy using Scratch. It makes me to other words when I create my own game. But I also create a robot. I can create with Scratch a robot like this.
You can move it with Scratch.
I create my own robot to learn in my classroom with my friends.
Fantastic. What fun things can you do with coding?
With coding, I can participate in global events and receive some goodies like this.
Wow, that's really nice. So it's a Code Week bag.
I can create my own story and share it with my friends. With Scratch, I can draw my school dream, my dream school. Or create stories and many things.
Monia, can you tell us please how you inspire your pupils to take up coding, and how do you encourage your colleagues to engage in Code Week?
Thank you, Ariana. So I motivate my students because they are digital citizens and the global citizens by participating in global events and global challenges, like, for example, last year, Code Week Dance, the challenge of Code Week Dance. We received these goodies by participating in be winners in this challenge. So also, I invite my colleagues to do coding activities and to bring coding to their classrooms without computers, because the challenge is that my colleagues have no digital devices in their classrooms and have no idea how to start coding or how to start bringing coding and bringing ideas to life. So I do online events and online trainings, inviting many teachers or many colleagues from my country and from other Arabic countries. And last year I invited them to Bootcamp MOOC. I was study group leader, and I will invite them for this year to celebrate 10th anniversary of Europe Code Week. It's a pleasure for me to share what I learned from you. It is a pleasure. And this event, Europe Code Week, is for everyone, everywhere. Go. عيد ميلاد سعيد. الأسبوع الأوروبي للبرمجة.
عيد ميلاد سعيد الأسبوع الأوروبي للبرمجة.
Great. Now in English language. Happy 10th birthday Code Week.
Happy 10th birthday week.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Code Week.
Thank you very much, and happy birthday Code Week also to Tunisia. Big thanks for all these messages, and we are sending greetings there. Now, we have received some questions on social media, but we need first our special guy or special girl to do it. Ali, hello. So, how is it going? Do people still watch? Do people still comment?
Oh, yes. We have lots of people who are so interested and happy to be here together with us.
Okay, cool. So you are sending us the questions on the screen. I'm going to read it, and it's you who knows the answer. So first question here. I want to participate in Code Week, but I'm not sure what to do. Am I still on time? And could you help me find some inspiration?
Yes, of course, you are still on time, and you have actually plenty of time to learn about different activities that we do. So don't be shy, just visit our website. Take the inspiration in our blog. We have free resources for learners and teachers. We have free video tutorials and lessons plans in 29 languages. And let me add that we also have amazing podcasts.
Indeed, the podcasts are big inspiration, and I think the blog as well. So I would very much recommend to check these. I hear that you still have one more question, so maybe we can get it from you on the screen if you have that. Before that, Annika, maybe we did not mention it properly, but of course, Code Week starts today, Kickoff. On Saturday, it starts formally, lasts until 23rd of October, but
every week is Code Week, right? The whole year you can organize Code Week activities, of course.
Exactly. So even if you pin your activities and register them in November, in December, they all will be counted, and the important thing is just to pin them on the map. Now let's go to the question from social media. I saw that there are leading teachers as well as ambassadors. So what are they exactly? Ali, please explain.
Sure, Jakub. Leading Teachers is our very active community from across the Europe and the world. They help to connect schools, teachers and students interested in Code Week and encourage them to organize activities together and learn, and of course register them on our Code Week map. While our ambassadors are passionate volunteers who help to spread the vision of the Code Week locally in their countries. They connect people, companies, communities interested in supporting EU Code Week, and of course they take a closer look at the activities that you pin on the map.
Ali, you are so smart. I'm wondering who coded you, who programmed you? Who's your maker?
Thank you, Ali and Jakub. Now we're actually going to hear from CERN, which is one of the largest and most respected scientific research centers. And it's established in Switzerland. It's also the birthplace of the World Wide Web, which was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 while he was working at CERN. Today we have Enrica Porcari, who is head of IT at CERN, and she has sent Code Week a birthday message.
Technology is everywhere. It unlocks possibilities for you and creates opportunities for jobs, for innovations, and for all of us to make the world a better place. But also presents risks we should be equipped to face. This week is our collective chance to learn, to apply what we have learned, and to have fun. And it's never too late to learn. From all of us here at CERN, where the World Wide Web was born, enjoy the EU Code Week.
Enrica, thank you very much. I think never late to learn or never too late to learn, that could be also a motto of Code Week, because I think really we want to bring coding to everyone. And I also agree that it's important to have fun during Code Week, which brings us to the three guests that we have connected now live.
Yes, we have Julie Powers from Ireland, Code Week ambassador there, Francisco Xavier Macero Suarez, who is Code Week ambassador in Spain, Bernadette Serrafa from Malta. Welcome to Code Week, all of you.
Hello, I hope you are enjoying the kickoff. And we will start with Julie, with you, with Ireland, because we have already seen the question about the ambassadors, leading teachers, but could you tell a little bit more from your personal perspective, what does the job of a Code Week ambassador look like? Julie, over to you. We don't hear you.
You don't hear Julie?
I don't know whether we have some technical issues.
Now we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now it's good, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ali did a great job introducing us there, but yeah, we're We're the point of contact between Annika's team in Central Team, and then we are in our own countries. Then we're promoting EU Code Week, so we're linking in with the Edu Coordinator. Every country has an Edu Coordinator and at least one ambassador. In Ireland, we've got 2 ambassadors: my fellow ambassador Pam O'Brien and myself. And we also have a group of leading teachers. So we're linking in with all those people, and we're linking in with anyone who wants to get involved in Code Week. So it's more about encouraging people to organise events and also pin events. But we do also organise some activities ourselves.
Thank you, Julie. Great. Let's go to Malta because we have Bernadette in Malta. Bernadette, I would like to ask you, because the Code Week ambassadors work in a network, you exchange a lot. So how important is this network for you as the Code Week ambassador in Malta? And you've been with Code Week for many, many years, so you have pretty long experience already.
Thank you for inviting us. It's a beautiful opening. Yes, it is very important to network closely with the Edu Coordinator and the leading teachers. Without cooperation, it would be impossible to achieve what we achieve. I cannot do it on my own. It's very important to have help from every aspect.
Thank you, Nadette. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in your countries during Code Week. Francisco, can you describe some of the activities that are happening in Spain this year?
Hi, Annika, Jakub. Greetings from Spain. Buenos días. Buenas tardes, mejor dicho.
Buenas tardes.
Well, in Spain, there are lots of activities from different things. Face-to-face, online, blended learning. We are very happy to recover face-to-face activities where we can interact with the students, teachers, and families. Next week we have a webinar organized by INTEF, is in a part of our Ministry of Education, when 3 experts and leading teachers will accompany me, explaining their best practices and how to organize activities for Code Week. And another interesting activities with many of these friends is Roboreto. Roboreto is an activity that we organize to participate with students of many schools and high schools. It's like a party with robots. Last year, we could celebrate this funny competition with participants that they must achieve tasks with their robots or create mechanisms to solve problems. And in this year, we want to improve this event, including drones and unplugged activities. Another activity very interesting is to implement robotics in future classroom labs.
Sounds really cool. Yeah, this sounds really cool. I just need to step in
because
you have a lot, and you're just showing 2 things. First, great that you are supporting teachers. Second, that coding is actually about robotics, and you can really do and learn a lot with robots. So great to see that in Spain this year robotics will play an important part. But I would like to come back now to Julie from Ireland, because Julie, you are also preparing something pretty special. It will be virtual. It will be some kind of escape room. Please tell us more.
Okay, sure, yeah. I suppose we've been fans of escape rooms for a long time, but it used to be in-person escape rooms, so there'd be a physical box with padlocks attached. But during Code Week, then we got investigated online escape rooms. So it's the same idea. Students are going to work and solve some puzzles and open up each padlock one by one. And we did it last year in Ireland, and now this year we're doing one across Europe. So there's very little words involved. There'll be no instructions, so no translation issues, hopefully. And people can just work in teams. Just need a browser to do the escape room. And I think Annika will share the link maybe next week sometime.
And also, I know you're doing some hackathons. Can you tell us a little bit about the hackathons this year?
Sure, yeah, the hackathon. We were very lucky last year, actually. Annika's team organised 6 hackathons throughout Europe, and we were one of the countries for that. It was an online hackathon, and we were a little bit unusual because we did it during school time, and we targeted 15 to 16-year-olds, because we have this special year in our schools called Transition Year. It's in between the 2 state exams, and it gives students an opportunity to try, new skills, work experience, things like that. So we're doing it again this year. We're doing it in person with the same group of students, and it's next Monday, and they'll start at 9:30 in the morning, and they'll work. They'll be given a challenge on the day. They'll work in teams to solve it, and then in the afternoon they pitch to a group. We have mentors during the day and also jury members, and they'll pitch in the afternoon, and we'll see who has the best solution to the challenge on the day.
Thank you, Julie. So I would also like us to ask Nadette, what's happening in Malta this year?
A lot is happening in Malta this year. We started off very early in the year. We issued a course to organize boot camps and for EU Code Week tutors. We got a lot of response, and this way we could provide online coding sessions all year round till December, free, may I add, and obviously with an emphasis during the coming 2 weeks of EU Code Week. We also, to mark the 10th anniversary, we also teamed up with the Foundation for Educational Services, and we went to 30 summer schools in Malta where we provided robotic sessions, and the foundation also provided robots to make it easier for them to follow. We had over 200 students following these sessions.
Great to hear about these concrete activities. Now, Bernadette and Julie, over to you, because you have been with Code Week, as I said, for a pretty long time, and we mentioned already that Code Week is a grassroots initiative, so it really builds up on volunteers, on the community. And what keeps you engaged as volunteers in Code Week for all these years, and why is it important to you personally to actually be Code Week ambassadors? Let's start with Julie and then Bernadette.
Okay. I think from my point of view, I think, we talked about how these skills are needed for the future, but not everybody gets an opportunity throughout the year or in their schools or wherever, but Code Week allows us to reach more people and to give people, not each student who tries coding is going to be a computer scientist, but at least they know what it's about. And that's what we're trying to do, is reach more people and give them that opportunity to try it and see what they think of it, and to understand the language that people are using, because it is the language of the future. And, all these jobs, even nearly every job in the future is going to need digital literacy skills and an understanding of what coding is about. So that's what drives me on anyway.
Thanks, Julie. Bernadette, same question for you.
Yes, personally, before I became a Code Week ambassador, I had no idea about coding, so I learned along the way. What gives me most satisfaction is the reach that we're getting. It's not only school children, because the Ministry of Education takes care of it very well, but we go out the unemployed, the pensioners, so it gives us great satisfaction.
You're a bit newer as ambassador, but you have been an active leading teacher for many years. What keeps you being involved in Code Week? Why is it important to you? See if we can hear Francisco.
Oh, sorry, Annika. Well, the most important is to spread the Code Week message. Code Week is for everybody, is for everyone, and you can prepare and organize activities of computational thinking, robotics, not only in STEAM subjects. For example, I'm a physical education teacher. You can use it, robotics, to prepare the student to make a list of activities, and you can reach this with robotics, not only with physical education. And for example, in our country, we have a new law, and computational thinking is in all the subjects now, and it's a good opportunity for Code Week to reach the message that computational thinking is for everybody.
Francisco, thank you very much. Also, big thanks to Bernadette and Julie, and thanks to all the ambassadors from all the countries. Really without you, Code Week would not be where we are today and would not be kicking the next decade. So thank you very much. Thanks for being here today. And I think I'm going to go.
You're going to check what Lucas is doing now, Jakub,
Lucas, yes.
And see how far he has come on his coding challenge.
Okay, Lucas is literally finishing his work and doing the finishing touches. I let you finish it if you want. Yeah. But I already saw a preview and looked very good. So, before we show it, was it an easy task? Was it a challenging task?
Well, the two, like, I don't know. The basics were easy because I did a lot of times already. But then, like, sometimes I had, like, this one bug. I had put a 2 instead of a 3. And this can change everything. So the humans just stood still and didn't continue walking around, which is obviously bad because they don't get in contact with each other. But yeah, now I fixed that, and yeah, I think it works fine.
Show us what you did.
Okay. So
and we need to show it. So from this, from the simple code or
there you go.
More complex code. Okay. So what's happening? Tell us.
So you see all the figurines. Like the humans walking around, then you see those ones like with the red, I don't know, the red colors. Those are infected, and after some time they will turn green, which means they are cured. And up here you see how many people are healthy, how many are sick, how many are cured. I also put vaccinated and dead, but I removed that for the moment because
let's not make anyone die today.
And well, it's the basic job. It's being done. And you see already some are turning green. And now slowly the virus will die because the people who are infected will come across more oftenly the cured people, which they cannot infect. Yeah. So after some time, maybe someone is still healthy and there's no virus anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah,
extremely important and useful tool. I mean, we have been hearing about these things a lot in the last few years, but you can see that actually with coding you can help to address this challenge. And now we see that everybody is healthy.
You see 7 healthy people and 28 are already cured.
Cool.
So there's some walking around who have
the virus disappeared completely.
Yeah, that's right. So
very good. You programmed it very well. Lucas, last question.
Yes.
You have been coding for a couple of years.
Yes.
I guess you intend to continue. Is it something that you would like to do for a living, to become a programmer?
I would like to do program as a job because I have some big plans. I do like programming a lot. By the way, before when I saw the interview with Agnes, I remembered that also Minecraft took me to coding as well because, you can create stuff inside of it. And that's pretty fun. So yeah.
And what is your coding dream? When you become a programmer, what would you like to change or what would you like to help to achieve?
I don't really know. I think I will probably go into the gaming industry because I just love creating games, doing stuff that's fun, new and everything. And I think that's great. So yeah, probably I will start in that kind of industry and not really,
Not really play the games, but actually
they create them. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Okay, Lucas, thank you very much for being here with us, and congratulations for this application. Because I mean, in 60 minutes, I would not be able to do even 10% of it. So thank you very much, and great to have you. Good luck with your future. And we have the last video message that we have received. This time it's from UNESCO, which is the organization, the UN organization that seeks to build peace through international cooperation in education, culture and sciences. And they also support EU Code Week. And we have Dr. Tawfik Jelassi, who is the Director General for Communication and Information at UNESCO. And we are very happy that also UNESCO, this big global organization, supports Code Week. So let's listen to what they have to say.
My name is Tawfik Jelassi. I am the Assistant Director General for Communication and Information at UNESCO. The worldwide COVID-19 pandemic has revealed persisting digital inequalities which impact our fundamental freedoms and rights to education, culture, and free speech. Enjoying these rights depends on our ability to understand the news and information, but also to appreciate how the digital world works, how content is captured, shared, and used. Young people are often considered as digital natives. However, many of them may not possess the competencies and the advanced digital skills that are so needed to understand and participate in today's knowledge society. Fostering the creative digital capacity of youth is therefore crucial to give them opportunities of entrepreneurship and employment. For these reasons, UNESCO's Youth Mobile Initiative continues to support opportunities for youth to acquire 21st century skills such as computer coding and computational thinking. I invite you all, youth, teachers, and educators, to participate in these efforts. Join the European Code Week and learn how to code. Seizing this opportunity will undoubtedly shape your future.
The importance of understanding how the digital world works, I think, is the red thread of all these birthday messages, and that Code Week can help young people and older people too to understand what goes on behind the screen, so that you don't only have to like and share stuff.
Yeah, exactly, Annika, you are right, and I think these messages summed it up well. And we are actually coming to the end of the kickoff. It's been an amazing 97 minutes now, and we just are very happy to see so many comments that we have received and so many interactions from all over the world. So thank you very much for connecting with us. Of course, keep visiting us on social media, on our website, on the different profiles that we have. And I think that we owe you one last thing, which is Ali, and to see what she managed to bake and prepare during the kickoff in her virtual oven. So Ali, do you have a cake for us?
Hello, Ali.
Hello, Jakub. Hello, Annika.
Hello.
Of course. Take a look at my cake.
Wow.
Wow.
Super nice. That
so
looks
beautiful.
But you know, Jakub, because you and I, we can't really digest the zeros and ones that Ali has made, so I actually made a cake for us too.
Cool.
A Code Week cake.
Pay attention so it doesn't fall
down.
We put
Just
it there,
here, so
and
for afterwards.
You know what? We do a advert for our Instagram account, because immediately when we finish, you will see the picture of this cake on Instagram. So we will soon really close, but before that, let us thank to everyone who helped with this kickoff. Be it starting with Annika, who
we're going to start with Ali, actually Natalia Jarsak, our colleague who is impersonating Ali. Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you, Natalia / Ali. Thank you. Then, of course, we would like to help all the colleagues from the Research and Development Directorate General, DGRTD, as it's known in Brussels, because they are behind all these lights and all these cameras. And big thanks to them and to their beautiful studio that they hosted us here. We hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did, even though, sometimes it could be nervous, but I think it went really great. So big thanks to you.
And thanks to all the Code Week fans, to ambassadors, to leading teachers, to all the coordinators at the Ministries of Education. Thanks for your support. And also we would like to thank our contractors, GOPPA and European Schoolnet, who work with us.
Who are the part of the Central Code Week team.
Exactly. And to everyone who organizes Code Week activities. So, spread the love now. Let's make Code Week the biggest ever, so we can show how important these skills are, and that we can, teach more kids coding.
Yeah. Big thanks, of course, to all the speakers, including Commissioner Breton, Deputy Prime Minister Bartoš, and all of those speakers who contributed today, to the schools, to the teachers who send us their beautiful videos. Well, and I think that we can just
we're going to blow out the cake. Yeah? Are you ready? Are you ready, Ali?
Okay, so
we're ready. I'll count to 3, 2, 1.
Week. Thank you very much. Let's stay in touch and use the hashtag Code Week and Code Week 10. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Všechno nejlepší k 10. narozeninám.
La mulți ani de 10 ani.
Ευτυχισμένα 10τα γενέθλια, Ευρωπαϊκή Εβδομάδα Προγραμματισμού. Buon 10° compleanno.
Auguri per il tuo 10° compleanno.
Srećen 10. rođendan.
Sretan 10. rođendan Bogi. Sretan 10. rođendan.
Sretnu 10. godišnjicu.
Boldog 10. születésnapot.
Een gelukkige 10e verjaardag.
Joyeux 10e anniversaire.
Happy 10th birthday.
Feliz 10º aniversario.
Daudz laimes 10. gada
Feliz
jubilejā.
10º aniversario.
Happy 10th birthday.
Bon anniversaire de 10 ans, Ola Code Week.
Feliz 10º cumpleaños.
Happy 10th birthday!
Tillykke med de 10 år.
Alles Gutes für den 10. Geburtstag.
Happy 10th birthday.
Parabéns pelo 10º aniversário.
Alles Gute zum 10-jährigen
Buon
Geburtstag.
10° compleanno, Code Week!
Χρόνια πολλά, Code Week. Γίνεσαι 10.
Felice 10º compleanno.